Hey, what's up, dudes and dudettes? Welcome to a random video on how to make this weird Zoom puppet thing. So, I'm gonna stop lip syncing this and just show you that I'm actually in Zoom right now. I don't think anything shows up when I hover over anything because I am recording with Zoom rather than with OBS since it is an OBS tutorial. But yeah, I'm going to show you how to make one of these puppets for I don't know if you want to just like okay, whatever. That was weird. So if you're like in like class or you're in a meeting and you don't want to turn your camera on, instead you want to show them this thing and get some laughs out of it or whatever you might use it for. Maybe even put it on your resume. Who knows? But yeah. So without further ado, let's go on with it. As you can see right here, I use OBS. Or actually, no, you can't see it because I didn't share my screen. Yeah. So let me do that really quick. All right. Like I was saying, I actually use OBS for this thing because OBS now has a virtual camera, which even if you're using an older version, you can also just download no virtual camera and it should show up right here, and you have all your good stuff right here. But regardless, you want to make sure you have a virtual camera on your OBS. Rather, if you have a newer version and you have one already there, or if you have to download an add-on for it. So another thing is you wanted to get an add-on for this filter, the move transition filter. And this lets your thing be able to move up and down with your with you pressing buttons. It lets you move it up and down and make it look like you're like talking through your avatar. So yeah, this is also very important. So you got your add-on filter and you got OBS. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make two more scenes, scene 3 and scene 4, and I'm going to show how I do that. So as you can see, or maybe not, I don't think it actually shows up, but my as when I made a new scene, my on Zoom, I think it immediately went blank, and that's because it's always going to be on the people on the Zoom call are always going to see what's on your OBS. So just keep that in mind when you're moving things around. They're going to see everything that you do. Even if I went on here, they would see this that's on the screen right now. So I just thought I'd get that out of the way. So before you do anything, you want to get your images that you'd use. I personally like to just rip random stuff off the internet, which I actually closed the tab, but just look up a background, right, like this. Go to images, snatch it off and download it. Download something else you might want to use as your avatar. Personally, I made mine in Photoshop. That's actually me right there. Not the whole outfit, of course, but I just photoshopped my head onto that thing. No one cares, but I thought it was just fun thing to show you. Um, so you get all your images and all of that. Next thing you want to do is you want to add some sources to your first scene. I'm going to add one image like so. And this image is going to be the background. So there's my background, add that in, cool. And I'm going to want to add my avatar, which would be this. Browse. Cool. So that's the basic thing right there. But right now, as you can see, it doesn't move. I'm also going to delete this other thing that I made because realize it's so much easier to just duplicate this, especially have more complicated things. Like I've deleted it so far, but I've had one where I've had like 5 different puppets moving around on one screen and it was chaotic. But yeah, you definitely want to just duplicate rather than having to set up all these images over and over. But regardless, go back to your original scene and then you want to right click this, and if your filters are working correctly, you should be able to right click this right here, add, And then you'll scroll over and you'll see move source filter. That's what you want to use. So you want to get that. Then you want to duplicate this thing. There you go. And okay, first things first. Let's get this like this. So you can see this over here and you can see this right here. So first thing you want to do is you want to go to your first filter and then you want to make sure you're on the right images. So this image for my like little samurai character is actually image 4, but you can see it's on image 5. So you want to make sure you have the right source image. So let's just make sure. So actually, I know I was wrong. Oh, okay, I gotta move it back manually. That sucks. Okay, so my character actually is image 5. So that works. So yeah, make sure I have the right image on each thing. Readjust that. Go to this one. I'm gonna readjust it back to image 5. And this is very important because you want to make sure it's adjusted to what you're moving. And if you have a bunch of puppets on screen once, you would actually want to create a group. And then you'd put all your puppets in one group. And then instead of controlling just an image, you could control the entire group, which I'm not going to show it right now, but you just close this down, open it back up, and you'll see a group folder right there. But regardless, you got your image right there. First thing you want to do is click on your first part, and then you see this thing that says get transform. You just hit that, and it's just capturing where it is right now. Then you want to go to the second one, move it slightly lower, and this is for your over here you want to move it slightly lower, and then you want to press get transform again. There we go. After that, you want to scroll down to the very bottom, and this part is very important. You want to go to next move. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Next move, and you want to go to the opposite of the one that you're already on. So I'm on image 2. I'm on move source filter 2. So I want to just go move source filter on this one, and also move this to next move on hotkey. Then go to the other one. Go to the bottom. I'm on just move source filter. So I'm going to click this to move source filter too. And this will just make it so that whenever you click it, it goes to the other opposite one that it's on right now so that you actually get the animation effect. So, and then again, when you move this, next move on hotkey, very important. So now you got that, you can just close that down, come back here. And now your movement is pretty much set up from there. Next, you want to go to settings, go to hotkeys, and then you want to go down to the scene that you're working on. So I was working on scene 3, and you just want to go to one of these and type in a random keybind that you'd use for it. So I'm going to press W. And also you want to be able to switch back to that scene. So since I already have one, I'm just going to click 2 on this one. All right. And now you have that set up. Go this, make sure you save your changes. Yes. And now, since I use W for the movement, as you can see, every time I press W, my character moves. And then, since I already set this one up over here, and I set it up to 1, it goes to that scene instead when I click 1. And when I click 2, it goes to the scene we just made. Now I'm going to go back to the scene I made before that I started the tutorial. And I'm actually going to go, I'm going to flip this around. So transform, flip horizontal. There you go. And then I'm going to go here again, and I'm going to go to filters once more and get the transform. And like we just did, I'm just going to get the transforms really quick. So boom, that's one. And then move it slightly low. Go to the other one, and then boom, that's the other one. And that should work. Another thing is OBS can be kind of laggy with this stuff, so you may do it one time and then you have to go back and do it again. But yeah, that just happens every now and then. But now my character, he has another animation, and this is just me switching between scenes. So now I can be facing this way and do a little bit of talking, do a little bit of talking, face the other way and keep talking and keep talking. And another thing you want to keep in mind is each scene has a different button you use for bobbing. So I press one and my button for bobbing is Q, and then I go to the one we just made and I press two. My button is W. And again, you set all that stuff up right here in your key bindings. So you can see the one I made before, which is scene two. Switch to that scene, it's one, and to use my filter, it's Q. And for scene number three, which is the one I made on camera, it's two to go to that scene, and then W to use my movement filter. So like I said, you can get very creative with this, add like 600 scenes or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty fun when you get into it, and there's a lot of room for growing. But yeah, just use this to bother people or have something fun in your Zoom class. It's also good if you have a tower PC and you don't have a webcam yet. I use this instead of a webcam, to be honest with you, and no, we haven't gotten in trouble for it. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here and have fun with it. See ya.